A lot of people right now, deep divers, are waking up with a thought that, wait a minute, there could still be something here in this relationship. And then they have another thought. Wait a minute, it's time to end it. Wait a minute, they always give me chocolates. I think there could still be something here. Actually, they shouted at me last night. No, it's time to end it. Like, can't decide, Ralph. Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers, we are out here in nature, baby. Another gorgeous day. We got lovebirds up there. We got the cat down the road over there. We're in Jurassic Park, deep divers. We're just, woo, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. How's your day going, deep divers? Well, I know how someone's day is going. The person who sent me a message like, Ralph, I love your videos, but please help. Because I've been in a relationship with a guy for a couple of years, but I'm still not sure if there is something still here or it is time to end it, Ralph. Because some days, like, I feel good about the relationship, Ralph. But other days, I'm like, no, what am I doing here? I don't feel like I'm being appreciated. I feel like a doormat sometimes, like, Ralph, help. Deep divers, this is sexology. Water, fire, hot, cold, yin, yang, daddy's home, I'm back. How to know, deep divers, if there is something still there in your relationship, in your friendship, in your daily interaction with someone, or it is time to end it. Go your separate ways, move on, and keep on smiling. Have you had breakfast by any chance today? Wait a minute. We ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? Now, wonderful deep divers, let me share with you what's helped me along my journey to know if there is something still there or it is time to end it. Right now on the planet, a lot of people are going through an inner transformation. A lot of people are waking up out of the matrix, out of the deep sleep, and finding their true power. What does this mean in terms of how it affects your relationship? It means that our relationships are therefore changing as we are changing. Deep divers, when you realize once you change within yourself, the types of people you meet will also change. Now everything will begin to make sense. What? Slow motion this side. Many times in life, we are outgrowing people because of where we are right now in our life based on our level of consciousness. I got a message. And this message, I'm like, I have to do a video on this because she's like, Ralph, some days, I know we can work things out. I know there's something still here. But other days, I'm like, Ralph, it's time to end it because both of us aren't doing each other any good. We are bad for each other. We're always arguing, right? So how do we know? It starts with this, deep divers. It starts with this. If both of you have something that you know in your heart of hearts is greater than both of your egos, then that's how you know there is something still in it for both of you. You can still work at it. You can still make it work. If, however, both of you are still stuck in your ego and nobody wants to budge, everybody wants to be the tough person in the relationship, nobody wants to surrender, and both of you can't see each other's worth, it's time to end it. Anytime the ego is at the forefront of the relationship, it's time to end it. However, if both of you are in your ego and you're like, hey, it's the ego that's getting in the way of our interaction, that's how you know there is something still there. If you're like, hey, we've cried together, we've shared the most intimate moments, and I know it's this ego getting in the way of how we feel about each other. Like, we know how we feel, right? So one of you has to reach that level of awareness to say, actually, look, wait a minute. It's my ego, I'm sorry. That's how you know there's something still there. But if both of you are still stubborn, you don't want to say, hey, my bad, I messed up, or they messed up, right? If none of you want to admit it, and both of you are in the ego, well, there is no relationship, because the ego is a 3-letter word that can destroy a 12-letter word called relationship. The ego creates separation. And anytime the ego is always around in your relationship, it's finished, because the ego breeds unhealthy connections. Only the love in your heart can heal both of you. Deep divers, how to know, oh baby, if there is something there, or it's time to end it. Now, deep divers, if you are with someone and they send you a text message and you aren't impressed, you're uninspired, you don't feel good, it's time to end it. If they call you, the phone is ringing and you don't want to answer it, but you could answer it, but you don't want to give them your energy, that's how you know it's time to end it. If you're not excited at the thought of them, there is no passion, the flame has gone out, that's how you know, deep divers, you've come to the end of the road. However, if they send you a text message, and even though they got on your nerves last night, you're like, I'm kind of happy they sent me a text message. At least I know they're thinking of me. Or they call you, and it feels like the first time both of you met, the first call, you still get butterflies, you still get excited at the thought of them. That's how you know there is something still there. It doesn't mean it's all perfect. Work still has to be done for it to work. But you know, hey, I still feel something for this being. Feeling. If the feeling is still there, that's how you know there is something still there for both of you. If the feeling has gone, in other words, if you are in a relationship with someone, but your heart is not there, that's how you know it's time to end it. Because what happens if the heart is not there in the relationship? People start to fake how they feel. They fake their feelings. And this is how lying starts, cheating starts, because people aren't authentic with each other. People aren't keeping it real with each other. That's how you know it's time to end the relationship. But deep divers, if you can both still be honest with the way you feel about each other, it doesn't have to be pleasant all the time, but that's how you know there is something still there. When both of you know that, hey, the most I can give you right now is honesty, and is how I really feel about you. What? Slow motion this side. Deep dive is how to know there is something still there, or it's time to end it. People fake their feelings in relationships that don't have a future. People protect their feelings in relationships that do have a future. So even if both of you aren't on the best terms, if you're just mad at them just to protect how you feel, well, you have to be aware of that and know that actually there could be something still there, but I just need time. I just need time. I just need time. Right? Deep divers, we know there is something still there when we're still actively communicating with someone. When we always have something to talk about. Endlessly. We know, like, this person, the conversation can never run out. We can't run out of a good chat. In fact, we've got to tell each other to hang up right now because we can go on for hours, days, months, years. But deep dive is when there is nothing to talk about. When you don't want to talk to that person, when you don't want to engage in a conversation with that person who you're with. You might even be in the same house when the communication has totally broken down. That's how you know this has come to an end. And both of you have to go your separate ways. Why? Because both of you aren't doing each other any favors. Because now you're going to create a lot of suppressed feelings, which creates a lot of depression. So you always know with the amount of communication willing to be shared, if there is open communication still, authentic communication, honest communication, there is something still there for both of you. If both of you have given up in communicating, period, and you're reluctant and ambivalent to engage in conversation with that person, it's time to end it. It's time to call it quits. Curtain call. Because there is nothing there. And we have to be brutally honest with ourselves. Who are we fooling? Who are we fooling, deep divers? How to know? Oh, baby, there is something still there. Or it's time to end it. If deep divers, and I've seen this along my own journey, I parted ways from a loved one, but something kept bringing us back together, drawing us closer together. They kept appearing in my life. I'm like, this is a sign from the universe. They're meant to be here. And that's how I knew there was something still there. Because no matter how far we wandered apart, we drifted apart, we faded away from each other, the universe miraculously brought us back together to make us realize each other's worth and value. Can I get a hello? There. But deep divers, if you really do drift apart and you don't get brought back together, well, you know, we got to let this one go. We got to let this one slide. How do I feel, deep divers, when I'm not with them? You see, our emotions can help us know if this has a future or if this doesn't. You can know if there's something still there if both of you have parted ways or you've been separated, but you still wake up with the thought of them. You just can't get them out of your mind. That's how you know there is something still there, because you still care. You still care for this person. And if the feeling is mutual, well, both of you can still get it on. You can still get it on, deep divers, right? But it's time to end it, deep divers. If you've been separated and both of you are doing just fine without each other. For the first time, you can get a decent night's sleep, right? You don't miss each other. Well, deep divers, it has already ended. How to know, deep divers, there is something still there, or it is time to end it. You feel valued. That's how you know there is something still there. You feel appreciated. That's how to know there is something still there. You respect each other. That's how to know there is something still there. 7-day vegan challenge, even when it comes to food. You respect their plate. You respect their leafy greens, their kale, their arugula, their spinach. You admire their discipline, their lifestyle. And you're like, wait a minute. I now realize why I fell in love with this person in the first place. Because they have such a great food taste, right? But deep divers, it is time to end it. And I've seen this along my journey. When there is no reciprocity, no appreciation. You do for them, but they don't do for you. And you've been doing for them for far too long. And sometimes, deep divers, if people don't appreciate your presence, you have to make them miss your absence. What? Slow motion this side. Deep divers, how to know there is something still there, or it's time to end it. If you wake up, deep divers, saying that, honestly, universe, I know I'm a better person when I'm around this person. I'm more of myself. I feel comfortable. I feel at peace with this being, despite all the arguments and the ups and downs, because no relationship is perfect. But when it is all said and done, I feel at peace with this person. That's how you know there is something still there. But if they are a pain in the neck and they are ruining your mental health, you can't sleep, that's how you know it's time to end it. If the state of your health has deteriorated, it's time to end it, because your health is more precious than a relationship not working, making your health worse. What? Slow motion this side. You know there is something still there, deep divers, if you feel relaxed. When they call you, you feel relaxed. When they message you, you feel relaxed. When you're walking around in the park with them, you feel relaxed. When you're together, they put you at ease. That's how you know there is something still there. But if, deep divers, you are very defensive all the time, you're arguing all the time, that's the Coca-Cola relationship. And the Coca-Cola relationship means that it has become toxic for both of you. And both of you have to realize that it's nothing personal. But both of you would be better off with someone else. Each one of you. Deep divers, how to know if there's something still there or it's time to end it. You know, plain and simple, if you are willing to give to this person. Now, signs of a great relationship is where one is always giving. I'm giving you and you're giving me. If you are giving this person time without complaining, if you are giving your compassion to this being, if you are giving your patience to this being, that's how to know there is something still there, without complaining. You see, I've been counseling for many years, okay? Relationship counseling. What breaks down a relationship is where people feel like the other person is getting in the way of them becoming their greatest version. That's how you know it's time to end it. If they feel you're a burden and you feel they're a burden, it's time to end it, because now both of you don't have the mutual appreciation for one another. It can't work. But deep divers, if you don't feel they're a burden, if you feel instead it's a privilege for us to be together, it's a privilege to be in their presence, and they feel the same way, that's how you know there is something still there. If they are grateful for your existence, the ground that you walk on, that's how you know there is something still there. But if they aren't grateful, it's time to end it. If they don't see your value, it's time to end it. And ending doesn't mean it's the end. It just means that it's time for you to start a new chapter of your life. Because someone out there is waiting to be with you, but they can't if you're holding on to someone who has already let go of you. What? Slow motion this side. Stop holding on to someone, deep divers, who has already let go of you. How to know, deep divers, if there is something still there, or it's time to let go. Or it's time to say, hey, it's finished. Sorry. Don't kill me. Deep divers, if you've lost all sense of humor, if you can't laugh with this person, if you can't be yourself around this person, if you can't express yourself 100% around this person, it's time to end it. If you have to hide your feelings around this person, wear a mask around this person, it's time to end it. If you have to pretend around this person, it's time to end it. But if you know that this person is a blessing, because you can evolve with this person, they teach you more about yourself, and there is such a beautiful lesson to learn and continue to learn with this person, to grow with this person. There is so much more to share with this person. And together you are better for your mental health, for each other's mental health, emotional health, and physical health. Well, there is something still there. If both of you know today, in your heart of hearts, together, you can be better. Because both of you bring out the best in each other. Hang on there. Hang on to that relationship. But if both of you know that whenever you are around each other, you bring out the worst, a lot of gaslighting going on, it's time to end it. Move on and meet someone else, like the cat down the road. And you'll be so much happier. And then you'll just say, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello? Beautiful deep divers. We're just, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Shout out to everybody who's been rocking the amazing good ass prana shirts at ralphsmart.com/clothes. Got a question for me, deep divers, like that wonderful being did have? Add me on Instagram at Infinite Waters. And the model search is on. Ooh, you are a sexy ass model. Woo! With a lot of heart, DM me on Instagram at Infinite Waters. Show me what you got. I like this one, Ralph. Well, check out the new book for more information like this. Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon. Have a beautiful day, deep divers. Peace. Infinite Waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace. You just know if there's something still there or it's time to end it. You just gotta be honest, deep divers. Be honest. Peace.